Welcome to T2T Boxing in association with Boxer and iFL TV here at the press conference for Anthony Mundine versus Austin Trout. Here we have Anthony, the man Mundine. Thanks for joining us, Anthony. Big fight coming up May 9th, Austin Trout. So it had nearly happened a few years ago, it's happening now. What are your thoughts on the fight and how it's going to pan out tactically?
My thoughts, I mean, it's a good fight, you know what I mean? It's a fight that's very, people think it's going to be competitive, but I think I'm too much for him. And I'm going to prove again to the boxing world and the writers and experts that I'm definitely a force to be reckoned with and somebody that needs to be talked about.
Absolutely. And we spoke with Austin earlier in the week, and he feels that his amateur background is going to come into play, and perhaps he said that he thinks he'll fade later in the fight. And we've seen recently in the last few fights that's not been the case, certainly against Rabchenko. How's camp gone compared to the last few camps, and how are you feeling physically going into this fight?
I feel good. I mean, a couple of injuries I need to take care of, but that's happened in a lot of preparation. And it's just, as long as the fight night I'm ready, and I'll be, once I get in that ring, I'll be 100% focused on getting the victory. I'm too much for Austin. No matter what amateur background he got, I'm going to make him engage. He's going to have to, punch with me, and I'm going to make a fight of this one.
See, and we've seen before, he struggled when he's taken big punches, Dawson, but obviously, the big ones against Canelo and Lara. Do you feel that you've got the power to put him down?
Definitely. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy at this weight, and when I sit on my punches, they can sting.
Absolutely. And he, Trout's obviously got a win over Miguel Cotto, who's facing Daniel GEALE, which is coming up in June as well. What are your thoughts on that fight being made? So with,
I mean, it's good for Australian boxing, but it's just too bad Daniel's boring. You know what I mean? Boring fighter, boring personality. No one really gives a crap about it, but it's good for Australian boxing, and hopefully he can win.
If Cotto or GEALE was to win that fight, or someone obviously has to, there'll be a middleweight title there. Is moving back up in weight something that you've ever considered?
I don't want to. I mean, I think they're fighting at a catch weight. I'd fight at a catch weight, but I don't want to move back up. I'm focused on the 154 and fighting the best fighters at 154. But a catch weight can be, I think they're fighting at 156. That can be talked about.
Yeah, perfect. And so this fight's for the WBC silver title, or retaining your silver title, which will give you a shot at potentially Mayweather, but below him, you've got Lara and Canelo if he steps aside. Have you got any preferences as to who you prefer to fight, who you think is more beatable?
I'd like to fight the bigger name with Canelo. I think Lara's the better fighter with the lesser name, so it's more, the risk versus reward there is not as good. But Canelo would definitely be a great option.
Perfect. And we're used to seeing some fanfare from Anthony Mundine. You see obviously all your gold trims for the next fight. Have you got anything planned for, so I know you're coming out on your own on PBC, but anything planned for while you're out there to cause a bit of a storm amongst the American fans? I'm
trying to be me, man. Be cocky, be brash, be the charismatic character that I am, and give them my personality, give them my background and what I've done. Check my resume, because there's no one like it, ain't nothing like it, and I'm the best.
And so, late coming to the American market, only one fight out there, and you said you only got a couple of fights in it yourself in the closing chapter of your career. Are you planning to fight a few fights in America and sort of finish up on a high out there, or are you looking to maybe bring some of the bigger fights here in America?
I want to. Obviously that's the mecca of boxing. That's where the international, I suppose, where it's all at, what I mean? So, that's where the best fighters are, and that's where you want to be, what I mean? So, if I win this one, I can't see myself coming back home.
Yeah.
What I mean? I just want the bigger fight. This is a big fight, but next one, win this one, I want a bigger fight. Win that one, I want a bigger fight. So all these fighters are, US based.
Absolutely. And so, I know you've been asked about this a million times, but Mayweather Pacquiao this weekend, so potentially looking at the winner there, you've been in the sweeps for that. Who are your thoughts on who's going to win that, and what do you think is the sort of keys to victory?
I think Floyd's boxing skill and defensive skills probably just a bit too much for Pacquiao, but if he goes to points, I think Pacquiao's got a chance because of his work rate. I don't know. It's going to be a close one, but I think Floyd's going to get it.
How would you go into a fight with Floyd Mayweather? So I know it's one that you want. What would your game plan be if you were to take a fight with Mayweather?
power boxing, put the pressure on him, but at a safe distance, and to where he can't counter, and you know, try and trap him in the corners, let my hands go, but not be silly enough like other fighters and stay too close.
Yeah.
Be at that range where I'm
Caught that
dangerous,
straight right.
I can get him, but you know, it's harder for him to get me.
Perfect. Well, look, I know you've got a lot of media obligations today, so we'll let you go. But thanks for joining us, Anthony. This is Tom Watt for T2T Boxing, Association with Boxer. Cheers, mate.